Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
A man walks onto a stage and interrupts an award acceptance speech. The world watches, shocked. His career should be over. Instead, it's just beginning. For the next 15 years, he'll break every rule, say the unsayable, create groundbreaking art, then destroy his own legacy with his words. He'll be called a genius, a prophet, a madman, all of them true. His name is Kanye West, and this is the story of a man who refused to be controlled by anyone, including himself. 1. The producer, Chicago, Illinois, 1977. Kanye Omari West was born to a middle-class family. His mother, Donda, was an English professor, educated, strong, supportive. His father was a photojournalist and former Black Panther. They divorced when Kanye was 3. He grew up with his mother, who saw something special in him from the beginning. Kanye wasn't a rapper, he was a producer, a beat maker. While other kids were playing basketball, Kanye was in his bedroom chopping up soul samples, creating beats that made you feel something. By his early 20s, he was producing for local Chicago artists. Then he got his break, Jay-Z. Kanye produced 4 tracks on Jay-Z's legendary album, The Blueprint, in 2001. Suddenly, everyone knew his name. He became the hottest producer in hip-hop, making beats for Ludacris, Alicia Keys, Janet Jackson. He was making great money, had respect, was set for a comfortable career, but Kanye didn't want comfortable. He wanted to RAP. Every label told him the same thing: you're a producer. Stay in your lane. Kanye heard that and did what he'd do for the rest of his life: refused to accept anyone's definition of his limits. 2. The breakthrough. October 2002. Kanye's life changed in the worst possible way. He fell asleep at the wheel. Car crash. His jaw was shattered, wired shut. Doctors said he was lucky to be alive. Recovery would take months. 2 weeks later, Kanye was in the studio, jaw still wired shut, recording through the pain. That song became his breakthrough, about surviving, about fighting through impossible circumstances. 2004, Kanye released his debut album, The College Dropout. It was unlike anything in hip-hop. No guns, no drugs, no street credibility. Just a middle-class kid from Chicago talking about faith, family, insecurity, and dreams. Rap fans said it was too soft, too different. It went triple platinum. Then came album after album, each one different, each one pushing boundaries, each one proving he was more than a rapper. He was an artist. But success wasn't enough for Kanye. He needed everyone to acknowledge his genius. And that need, that's where everything started to unravel. 3. The Incident. September 13th, 2009. The MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor Swift wins Best Female Video. She's 19 years old, her first VMA. She walks on stage, starts her speech, and then Kanye storms the stage, takes the microphone, says Beyoncé deserved to win instead. The world stopped. Taylor looked confused. Beyoncé looked horrified. The audience was silent. Kanye became the most hated man in America overnight. But here's what's complicated. Kanye believed he was standing up for artistic excellence. He genuinely thought Beyoncé's video was better. But his method? Absolutely wrong. He apologized multiple times. The apologies never felt enough. That moment defined how the world saw Kanye. Talented but uncontrolled, genius but dangerous. And Kanye, he internalized that, started to believe that being uncontrollable was part of his genius. That's when things got darker. 4. The unraveling. For the next decade, Kanye became increasingly erratic. He married Kim Kardashian. The world watched their relationship like a reality show. He announced a presidential run, gave rambling speeches. He made statements defending controversial figures, said slavery was a choice. The backlash was immediate and brutal. His longtime fans defended him. He's just speaking his truth. He's a free thinker. His critics said, this isn't genius. This is mental illness. And that's the heartbreaking truth. Both were right. Kanye was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. He talked about it publicly. Sometimes, other times he denied needing help. He'd have manic episodes, create incredible music in days, then crash into depression. His brilliance and his illness were intertwined. You couldn't separate them. The question became, where does genius end and mental health crisis begin? 2022. Kanye made anti-Semitic comments, lost business deals worth billions. Adidas dropped him, Gap dropped him, banks dropped him. The man who couldn't be controlled finally faced consequences even he couldn't ignore. 5. The fall. Today, Kanye West's legacy is complicated. Musically, he changed hip-hop forever, influenced an entire generation of artists, created albums that will be studied for decades. But personally, he destroyed relationships, hurt people he claimed to love. used his platform to spread harmful ideas. His mother, Donda, died in 2007 from cosmetic surgery complications. After her death, Kanye was never the same. Some say he lost his anchor, his conscience, the one person who could tell him when he was wrong. Others say he lost himself trying to be everything to everyone while refusing to be controlled by anyone. The truth? Probably both. So what do we learn from Kanye West? This is where it gets complicated, because Kanye's story doesn't have a clean moral. He proved you don't need permission to create, that refusing to stay in your lane can lead to greatness. He showed that vulnerability in art is powerful, that breaking rules can create new forms of expression. But he also proved something darker. Genius without wisdom is dangerous. Talent without accountability destroys everything. Being uncontrollable isn't the same as being free. It's often just being lost. Kanye's tragedy is that he confused two things: refusing to be controlled by others versus refusing to control himself. The first is necessary for art, for innovation, for greatness. The second is destructive, to yourself, to others, to your own legacy. Real genius knows the difference. Kanye made incredible art, but he also hurt people, spread harmful ideas, refused help when he needed it. And here's the hardest truth. You can acknowledge someone's artistic brilliance while rejecting their harmful behavior. You can appreciate the music while condemning the message. You can see the genius while recognizing the damage. Kanye West wanted to be remembered as the greatest artist of his generation. Instead, he'll be remembered as a cautionary tale, a reminder that talent isn't enough, that genius needs guidance, that creativity requires responsibility, that being uncontrollable doesn't make you free. Sometimes it just makes you alone.